Hey everyone, what's up? Am I audible? Let me just quickly check. Am I audible? Am I audible? आवाज आ रहा है मस्त जोर जोर से आ रहा है. Hello, hey everyone, what's up? Hi Anshuman. Just waiting for everyone to join and then we will get started. तो wait करते हैं. Let everyone join in. Hi Parak, hi Deepak. On time, yeah, I'm on time. जैकेट वगैरह अरे वो द मैकबुक टेंस टू हीट अप तो फिर एसी चलाना पड़ता है एंड अभी टेम्परेचर इज लाइक 19-20 डिग्रीज इन कैलकटा. तो अब एसी में बैठ नहीं सकते ना उतना ठंडी में, तो थोड़ा सा ठंड लगता है, सोचा पहन लेते हैं. ये नॉट टी शर्ट चेंज, टी शर्ट तो वही है. इट्स जस्ट अ जैकेट अप, जस्ट अ जैकेट. लेटली आई एम हैविंग कोल्ड आल्सो. नो टॉपिक. We will be just solving a weekly 266, waiting for 50 around. थोड़ा मैकबुक हैंग करता है तो एसी चलाना पड़ता है. For that I have to wear a jacket. Nothing. Oh, looks like a lot of people are other alive. Gaurav is also alive now. Okay. टफ था क्या बहुत क्वेश्चन? How was today's weekly? How was today's weekly? Was it tough? I mean, if you participated in today's weekly or you're like भैया करेंगे तो ही करना एक साथ. Just a heads up. कोलकाता में मीटअप रख लेंगे यार. तो उससे ज़्यादा मुश्किल हो रहा है अब तो. लुकिंग हैंडसम, थैंक यू. हेलो ड्राइवर इजी. वर्चुअल कॉन्टेस्ट देने पर रेटिंग नहीं होता. दो ही वे सिर्फ ठीक है. लास्ट प्रॉब्लम वाज अ बिट हार्ड. Again a disclaimer, I'll be solving all the problems today. It's a disclaimer, I'll be solving all the problems today. सारे करेंगे ठीक है. Okay, waiting for everyone to join in. I hope, I'm guessing, I think we have 53. ठीक है. So just make sure you minimize me and you have the tabs open. You have your tabs open so that whenever I code, you also code, so that simultaneously we can code. So at the end of the session, I want कि 2 घंटा, at the end of 2 hours, I want कि you have solved 4 questions. So imagine if I help you to solve 4 questions every Sunday, it's 16 questions that I'm helping you to solve every month. 16 into 12 will be around 200 questions that I will help you at the end of the year, which is a good number, right? Okay, so topic name LeetCode Weekly 266 Solutions. The subject name is Data Structure Algorithms. And going forward, for everyone who's new out here, if you don't know me, I'll give a short introduction for myself. My name is Raj Vikramaditya. I'm known as Trevor in the programming community. I'm a competitive programmer and I'm currently working as a software engineer at Where I Don't Know. I'm a candidate master at Codeforce, as a 6-star at CodeChef. By the way, don't know मतलब LinkedIn में चेक कर सकते हो, क्योंकि आज उधर हूँ, कल शायद कहीं और हूँगा, तो इसीलिए I'm not mentioning, because this video will be running in for lots of years. So, Candidate Master at Codeforce, is a 6-star at CodeChef. I've been teaching from the past couple of years, and I also run a YouTube channel which has around 1 lakh plus subscribers. You can check out the content over there. I teach data structure and algorithms. It goes by the name Take You Forward. And the subject that I primarily take are competitive programming, data structure algorithms, C++, and interview preparation. So yeah, no promotion today. So we will be moving on to LeetCode. Just hide the bar. Yeah, it's hidden. Contest. Here goes the contest. रुको, मिनिमाइज करके इसको पहले सही से मैं प्लेस करवा देता हूँ. हाँ, सही लग रहा है. हाँ, सही है चलो. 266. It did happen today. So here's the first question that we will do. This first question is not a brute force. Like, we will not be solving the brute force. It can be solved using brute force, but a disclaimer again, I will not be solving this using brute force. I'll be solving it in a much better way. So do stay tuned. I'll be solving this in a much better way. Okay, not a brute force. बाद में देखेंगे स्वरूप यार. वीकली आज का है तो आज का ही करते हैं यार. फिर कहीं और भटकेंगे तो फिर भटकते रह जाएंगे. तुम कुछ बोलोगे, कोई कुछ और बोलेगा, तो वी विल जस्ट बी here there. Okay. Okay, I want you to read the question. Yes, I want you to read the question, and once you read the question, you can tell me. Okay. I'm looking to buy a keyboard. कीबोर्ड खरीदना है एप्पल का. आई वांट दैट पतला वाला वायरलेस वाला सेक्सी सा कीबोर्ड तो चाहिए. बट वेट कर रहा हूँ. I'll go to the नया कंपनी तो they will give me that probably. Let's see. Like the stream, 100 watching. I want 100 likes. Read the question. Let me know if you have understood. It's a UQ. Please write UQ if you have understood the question. That is how we go. Going forward in the streams every Sunday. It is known as Leet-Sun-Day. Yes, we will be having Leet-Sun-Day every Sunday. So UQ for understanding question, US for understanding solution, UC for understanding code. Okay, code, solution and question. Remember these. जब भी पूछूं समझ में आया तो ये लिखने का. ठीक है. Whenever I ask you, make sure you write this. Okay. Cool. Let's get started. मत कर respond. Count vowel substrings of a string. So they basically want a substring is a contiguous non-empty sequence of characters with a string. A vowel substring is a substring that only, very important line, only consists of vowels and has all 5 vowels present in it. ठीक है. सारे 5 vowel होने चाहिए and all होने चाहिए. It can be any number of times. Return the number of vowel substrings. Okay, so pretty simple है question तो. What length is 100? If this question did come up in an, if this question would have come up in a normal क्या बोलते हैं उस सिनेरियो में, मतलब कॉन्टेस्ट वाले सिनेरियो में, I would have simply done this. I would have not even like मैं एक बार भी सोचता नहीं, मैं सीधा brute force लिखता if this was a contest scenario. Yes, no thinking, a simple brute force where I say okay, we're gonna count vowels. So just in case this s of j is not equal to, or like how can you have everything set of character st dot insert okay e st dot insert e st dot एक vowel वाला होना चाहिए I st dot insert. You can write a condition as well. You can write if else also. You can write if else also. A I O st dot insert u. Okay, so this is what I've taken st, and if s of j is not among the vowels, that means st dot find s of j or word of j. If it's not a vowel, then it'll point to the end, and if it's not the vowel, then you can just break out, or else this is a substring, you can keep on counting, or like you will not count it as of now. अभी तो नहीं करेंगे, थोड़ा बेटर लिख लेते हैं इसको. वेरी सिंपल है, मतलब काफी सिंपल है. AI ch equal to AOI O ch equal to EU. Yes, A E I O U, and इसको रहने देते हैं. तो अगर it's not a vowel, if is vowel नहीं है ये character, then s of j. If it's not a vowel, word of j, then break. Otherwise you can just put them into the set. You can just declare the set over here, put them into the set word of j, and at the end of the day, if st dot size is equivalent to 5, which is definite. Then you can do a counter plus plus. I think that should work, and you can just return a count. Simple brute force है यार, simple brute force है. जावा फावा क्या करते रहते हो यार, क्या जावा जावा करते रहते हो यार, मतलब कंपाइलेशन है कहाँ हो गया भाई. Expected, submit. It will work. Accepted. By the way, did you understand, everyone, the brute force? Brute force, quite simple. This is how you generate all the substrings. I equal to 0, j 2 point. Yeah, I'll show you the brute force. Brute force is समझ में आ गया. US. Understood solution. UC. Understood code. It's not the optimal solution. It's a brute force. I'm expecting you to understand the brute force because इतना तो आना ही चाहिए. You should be knowing this very standard brute force. It's a very standard brute force, guys. I'm basically trying out every substring. For everyone who was like कि क्या लिख दिया भैया ने. I'm just trying out standard brute force यार. If this is a string given like R A X M N D. Okay, so what I did was I took a I was here. I took a J over here, and this is like J will be R, then J will go here, then it will be A, then J will go here, then RAX, then J will go here RAXM, then J will go here RXMN, then J will go here D. Okay, next time I will come here, J will start from here A, J will go here AX. This is how you generate all the substrings. Then J will go here AXM, then J will go here AXMN, then J will go here AXMND. Then in the next one, I will go ahead and J will start from here. J is X, then J will go here M, then J will go here N, then J will go here D. So this is how you basically get all the substrings. अरे भाई जावा में बुराई नहीं है, तुम बच्चा ऐसा करोगे. जावा में भी तो यही लिखते हैं ना डूड, जावा में भी तो यही लिखते हैं. इंस्टेड ऑफ सेट यू वुड हैव रिटन हैश सेट. अगर तुम्हें इतना चेंज नहीं आता तुम कंपनी में कैसे काम करोगे. कंपनी में व्हेन यू गिवन अ लैंग्वेज टू लर्न यू विल बी लाइक नहीं जावा दो मुझे, मैं जावा में डेवलपमेंट करता हूँ, नहीं करूंगा जॉब. ऐसे करोगे नहीं ना यार. सिंटैक्स इज वेरी सिंपल मैन. फॉर लूप इज रिटन इन द सिमिलर वे इन जावा, in C++. It's just about understanding, right? Understand logic. Don't complain, man. Understand logic. Logic is important. ठीक है, तो understood ना क्या किया मैंने. I basically went through all the substrings. Yes, I basically went through all the substrings and substring में जाके मैंने बस बोला कि भाई तू क्या वावल है, तू क्या वावल है, तू क्या वावल है, तू क्या वावल है, और इस वावल को मैंने सेट पे डाल दिया RAXM. और सेट ने जब बोला, when set said कि भाई I got 5 vowels, then I started counting the subs. Then I started doing the counter plus plus. Correct? Has everyone understood this? Has everyone understood this? What's the complexity? What's the time complexity? Time complexity क्या है इस solution का? इस solution का time complexity क्या है? It is accepted, but this is not the most optimal solution. What's the time complexity for this? What's the time complexity for this? A big of n square. That's correct. It's big of n square. At the worst case, it will be big of n square. That is absolutely correct. It's big of n square. Okay, which is again not a good one. So that's when we will come across and say, okay, what can be a better solution? Like in a contest, you don't need to do, but this question might come up in an interview. And this question is quite similar to, I'll just give you the question. You can try it afterwards. मैं solve करूँगा अभी. मैं बता दे रहा हूँ, बाद में try कर सकते हो. रुको, मैं खोल के रखा था वो question. एक सेकंड रुको. आ गया वो question. एक question मेरे को मिला था. रुक जाओ. Yeah. This question, अगर मैं थोड़ा ये करूँ, this is the question. Okay, this is the question. This is the most optimal solution will be kind of this. Subarrays with k different integers. If you solve this problem, it's a LeetCode hard. It's a LeetCode hard. Okay, subarrays with k different integers. It is kind of similar. Substrings with 5 vowels. Substrings with 5 vowels. And this is subarrays with k different integers. And this is whereas subarrays with 5 different vowels. Correct? It's a similar question. It's a LeetCode hard. It's a LeetCode hard. So if you want to do it in big of n, it's actually LeetCode hard. But if you want to do it in for the contest, it's a big of n squared. Okay. So you can try this question afterwards, but we will be just solving this problem, which is count vowels in big O of n time. So let's understand the big O of n concept. What we will try to find is, ठीक है, मेरे कमेंट्स नहीं, जय हिंद, हाँ श्योर है. Yeah, we will be using sliding window concepts. So let's write this one, which is CU. देखो एक बार लिख लेता हूँ, फिर मैं चेंज कर लेता. CUAIEUOUAC. Okay. So if I have this substring, and I ask you that can you find me the number of substrings? Can you find me the number of substrings with exactly 5 vowels? Now, in order to apply sliding window, yes, I repeat, in order to apply sliding window, I can solve this problem where I say कि ठीक है 5 vowels के जगह अगर मुझे कोई बोले कि count the number of substrings with 1 vowel, like this question is rather easy. Count the number of substrings with lesser than equal to 5 vowels rather than exactly. Lesser than equal to 5 vowels is a easier one. Makes sense. Lesser than 5 vowels is actually an easier one rather than saying. So let's first find out, can we solve this question lesser than equal to 5 vowels? Because if I can solve the question lesser than equal to 5 vowels, and the other question can also be easily solved. ठीक है, lesser than equal to 5 vowels सोचते हैं कैसे कर सकते हैं. So this is a question. Okay, so I'll just solve the question thinking lesser than equal to 5 vowels. So it might have 1 vowel, it might have 2 vowel, it might have 3 vowel, it might have 4 vowel, it might have 5 vowel, but no consonants. Okay, so what I will do is I will initially keep I and j. Yes, I repeat, I'll initially keep I equal to 0 and j equal to 0. Okay, I'll initially keep all of these at the index 0. So let me write down the index. Okay, so I've written down the index. Now, very quick question. If I ask you, you start at I. Okay, you start at I, and you're like, hey, can you say I is here? So the j pointer will be the right pointer. Okay, j is the right pointer, I is the back pointer. This is the back pointer and this is the front pointer. Okay, so j says, hey, is character C a vowel? It says no, character C is not a vowel. So what you will do is you will simply take j, and move it to here. Yes, I repeat, you'll simply take j and you'll move it to here. Is that understandable to everyone? मैंने क्या किया, मैंने बोला vowel नहीं है तो ये substring को गिनेंगे नहीं अपन. I will not count this substring because it is not a vowel. Does that make sense to everyone? I will not compute this because it's not a vowel. ये clear हुआ? Vowel नहीं है तो मैं इसको आगे बढ़ा दूंगा, मतलब मुझे कुछ नहीं करना है. If it's not a vowel, I will just move ahead saying कि भाई dude तू आगे चल, तू vowel नहीं है, you are not a vowel, so can you just please move ahead. I'll be like, okay, what I'll do is I'll just move ahead. Okay, makes sense. So now what about the next one? How do you treat the previous guy? Because that is very important. How do you treat the previous guy? Now you know one thing, this substring will never be a part of. This substring will never be a part of. तो I को भी move कर देने का, J और I दोनों को move कर देने का to 1 1, because C तो कभी पार्ट ही नहीं होगा. सर आपका वीडियोस का लिंक कोड बियॉन्ड का वेबसाइट पे प्लीज. कोड बियॉन्ड का वेबसाइट ही नहीं है डूड. I move it to 1 1. ठीक है, अभी is this a vowel? You say yes, it is a vowel. So I'll be like, okay, I'm okay with it, this is a vowel. So we got this vowel U. So U को कहीं स्टोर कर दो. U is occurring once and just move the right pointer to the second index. Just move the right pointer to the second index and I will be standing here. A, is that a vowel? Yes, A is a vowel. Remember this, A is a vowel. So again, take this, put it over here and move it to I. I, is that a vowel? Yes, I is a vowel. So E, is that a vowel? You'll be like, yeah, that is a vowel. That is indeed a vowel. So you come across to U. By the way, E था, तो E को भी put कर देने का. Next you come across to U. Next you come across to O. Okay, O is also a vowel. Next you come across to U. U is also a vowel. Next you come across to A, which is not a vowel. A which is not a vowel. So I will be like, ये तो vowel नहीं है. तो ये पूरा substring, इनके अंदर जितने सारे substrings होंगे, चाहे वो length 1 के हो, either it can be of length 1, either it can be of length 2, either it can be of length 3, either it can be of length 4. Everyone is having lesser than equal to 5 vowels. Can I say that? Can I say that? In this range, whatever substring you have, in this range, whatever substring you have, everyone, I repeat, everyone is a perfect guy. Everyone is a perfect guy. They be like, sense है क्या? क्या यहाँ पे मैं कह सकता हूँ ये substring भी एक vowel है, ये भी एक है. This is also, 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 or this, 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 or only this, 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 this. So can I get all these substrings? Because every substring is having lesser than equal to 5 vowels. Did you agree? Can I say all these substrings are lesser than equal to 5 vowels? Do you agree with me or not? You got to agree. Right, you got to agree. Correct? Agree कर रहे हो सब कोई कि मेरे पास इस लेंथ में सारे vowels थे. तो अभी मैं गिनूंगा कैसे यार इसको? गिनना तो टफ हो गया. So what I'll do is I'll just go back one step. मैं थोड़ा पीछे आता हूँ. कहाँ से शुरू किया तो वहां जाते हैं, ठीक है? Let's go back a bit and let's do again, because I basically was trying to tell you कैसे intuition है. Now let's go back and let's again do the same thing. So you are over here I and J. Okay, U is a vowel. So you said U is a vowel. Okay, so you said U vowel है भाई. ए सुन, U is a vowel. I like, ठीक है भाई, U vowel. So can I say this? This guy is a single vowel. Can I say this guy is a single vowel? So I'll add it to the answer. Count equal to 1. I'll add it to the answer because this guy is a single vowel. Right? Add it to the answer. Next I'll move J. A is a vowel. Can I say if it is of length 2? Can I say if it is of length 2, the number of vowels added will be 2. Why? Why? Because एक तो ये बंदा होगा और एक तो ये बंदा होगा. Can I say there will be 2 vowels added? Agreed. There will be 2 vowels added. Right? There will be there are 2 substrings with vowels. One is this. One is this. The other one is this. Next, move J. I is 1. Now can I say there are 3 substrings. One this, and one this. Next, let's move it here. Can I say over here? By the way, E is 1. Over here, can I say there are 4? Why? One this, and one this. So there are 4 substrings. So can you keep on adding this? Can you keep on adding this? क्या ऐसे मैं जब राइट मूव कर रहा हूँ क्या मैं ऐड करते हुए जा सकता हूँ? सोच के बताओ, क्या मैं ऐड करते हुए जा सकता हूँ? Yes or no? Just think slowly and tell me. Can I do this? Can I do this? Yeah, we can use it. नहीं अबे हम लोग को lesser than equal to करना है. I am not concerned with exactly 5. I'm not concerned with exactly 5. What I am concerned with, lesser than equal to 5 vowels. As long as I have lesser than equal to 5 vowels, I'm okay. You need to understand this. As long as I have lesser than equal to 5 vowels, I'm absolutely okay. You need to understand this. जब तक मेरे पास अपने lesser than equal to 5 vowels है, मुझे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता दुनिया से. मुझे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता दुनिया से. ठीक है, मुझे नहीं फर्क पड़ता दुनिया से. Yeah, you can do that. Formula you can use, but I'll go this way. I'll go this way. Okay. So can I say I can easily just keep on adding this, keep on adding this, keep on adding this? Yes, I can. I think I can easily. Now the question arises. The question arises. When does this change? When does this change? This will change. This will change when I have to reduce the vowels. When I have to reduce the vowels, तब थोड़ा सा चेंज आएगा, बट उसको अभी नहीं लाते कॉन्सेप्ट पे. अभी हम लोग समझते हैं कि आर वी कंसिडरिंग एवरी सबस्ट्रिंग, एंड द आंसर टू दैट इज yes, we as of now are considering. It is second question if it is 5 in the contest. समझा नहीं? अरे समझ नहीं रहे हो. देखो मेरा फंडा क्या है, I'll try to solve this for lesser than equal to 5 size. Basically मैं क्या करूंगा, I'll try to find the substrings. I'll try to find the substrings with at most 5 vowels. Okay, and once I found this, I will subtract the substrings with at most 4 vowels. So what this will give is number of substrings with exact 5 vowels. Don't you think? Do you agree with this or not? मतलब इससे agree करते हो तो हो जाएगा. अगर ये वाला समझ में आ गया तो हो जाएगा. क्यों मैं लेसर देन इक्वल टू 5 कर रहा हूं? Why am I doing a lesser than equal to 5? Do you agree with this line? देखो बस सोच के बताओ, क्या तुम इस लाइन से अग्री करते हो? Are you agreeing to this line? अग्री कर रहे हो? हाँ है कि नहीं? नंबर ऑफ सबस्ट्रिंग विद एग्जैक्टली 5 वावल्स. अरे देखो, अगर तुम सारे सबस्ट्रिंग गिन लोगे जिसमें 5 वावल है, जिसमें 4 वावल है, जिसमें 3 वावल है, जिसमें 2 वावल है, जिसमें 1 वावल है, सारे गिन रहे हो तुम, इसमें सारे गिन रहे हो. वो सबस्ट्रिंग जिसमें 5 है, जिसमें 4 भी है, जिसमें 3 भी है, जिसमें 2 भी है, जिसमें 1 भी है. अब तुमने क्या बोला कि भाई एक काम कर, इसमें से जिनमें 4 है, जिनमें 2 है, जिनमें 3 है, जिनमें 1 है, इन सारे को हटा दे. तो अगर तुम इन सारे को हटा दोगे, तुम्हें नहीं लगता है इसका मतलब क्या है, मेरे पास सिर्फ 5 वाले ही बचेंगे? लॉजिकली तो यार, इट्स लॉजिकल. exclusion principle. It's known as the exclusion principle, where you say I'll do this with 5 vowels. At most I'll find 5 vowels के कितने हो सकते हैं, एंड मैं क्या करूंगा, जितने 4 vowels वाले हैं फिर उसको हटा देंगे. समझ में आया? अब आया? अब दिमाग में गया? ठीक है, दिमाग में गया कि नहीं ये बताओ. आ गया? अभी एक बात बताओ, जब तुम्हारा j इधर होगा, when it is at c, right? Okay, when it is at c, when it is पावर गया क्या? 100% दिखा रहा है. Anyways, I'm currently at c. Okay, so now tell me, if I am at a c which is a consonant, so this I will suddenly come over here, because ये consonant से तो और substring नहीं होगा, ये एक break point आ गया, तो अभी I को फिर यहाँ पहुंच जाएगा j के आगे. I will directly go to j. The moment you find a consonant, the entire substring will now be changed. सिर्फ वो j के आगे से I पहुंच जाएगा. ये I will go here because this is a break point. You cannot have substrings including this c. It's a break point. So इसको और move नहीं करना है. अब अगर ये तो 5 वाला था, अगर मैं इसको जेनरिक कर दूं, lesser than equal to k कर दूं, if I am saying lesser than equal to k vowels, if I do this lesser than equal to k vowels, if I do this, then what will be, how will you solve this? Isn't it easy? तो तुम क्या करोगे, तुम जे को आगे बढ़ा रहे हो एंड जैसे ही देखा नंबर ऑफ वावल्स गेट्स इंक्रीज्ड फ्रॉम बाय के, लाइक वावल्स बढ़ गया तो आई को फिर बढ़ाओगे. Isn't that the two pointer concept? You will just move I then. Isn't that the two pointer concept? Then only you will move for I. Yes. Then only you will move for I. J से बढ़ाते गए एंड फिर I को इस साइड मूव कर दोगे. Make sense? So if you can just compute it for k, that's similarly for you can do it for 5 as well as 4, and then you can subtract. Right? Again, I'm expecting you to be at least knowledgeable. Like beginners का class नहीं है ये. For beginners attending, please don't attend. It's not beginners. I'm assuming you are preparing for interviews. ठीक है? ठीक है आयुष बताता हूँ. देखो, I have boiled down the question to finding out number of substrings with at most k vowels. Okay, number of substrings with at most k vowels. So it is very easy, right? You just keep on moving j pointer, j pointer, j pointer, and the moment the vowels crosses k, what will you do? You'll start moving I, you'll start moving I. That is how two pointers work, right? You will have I, you will have j, then you'll start moving I, then you'll start moving I till the vowels are again lesser than equal to k. Correct? That is how you do it. Simple enough. Correct? And every time you are at I and j, the number of substrings will be j minus I plus 1. We have already discussed that. Because if I'm standing at like A, E, I, O, the number of substrings, if this is j, number of substrings will be A, E, I, and A, E, I, O. Like generically, when I say the number of substrings starting from I, when I say number of substrings starting from I will be this. और if you take it the other way, you can also do it. So ऐसे करके तुम सारा निकाल सकते हो, कोई बड़ा बात तो है नहीं. तो मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं बोलूंगा इसको k को पास करते एक बार 5 और एक बार 4, that it can be easily done. I'll say भाई 5 का निकाल, 4 का निकाल, माइनस कर दे 5 का आ जाएगा. Clear? Is the intuition clear? What I'm trying to do over here? I'm not doing a dry run. I'm just giving you the intuition. Is the intuition clear? Because I'll just go to code this. Is the intuition clear what I'm trying to say? I want to find the number of substrings with at most k vowels. So basically it will be at most 5 vowels nikalo minus at most 4, and that will give me the answer. Okay, at most 5 minus at most 4 will give you equal to 5. Okay, so now once I code this should be super clear. Once I code this should be clear. अगर 5 का कर तुम्हें नहीं करना है, यही तो फंडा है यार. तुमने क्या किया, तुमने 5 4 3 2 1 0 सब गिन लिया था, राइट? You counted 5 4 3 2 1 0. You have counted all. So you have number of substrings which is like, which is 1 vowel, which is 2 vowel, which is 3 vowel, 4 vowel, 5 vowel, and then again you counted जिसमें 1 vowel है, 2 vowel, 3 vowel, 4 vowel. Then you subtract. So if you subtract exclusion, so you will be left out with 5, right? You don't have to count explicitly for 5. You cannot write a sliding window which counts explicitly for 5. That's not possible practically. Okay, so I'll just code it, you'll understand. Okay, so let me just code it super quick. I'll keep this stuff, and what I'll do is I'll keep int I equal to 0 and j equal to 0, and probably I'll keep j lesser than n. For loop लिख लेते हैं, easy रहेगा. J is 0. This is the right pointer. This can go on till here, and this can be like this. Okay, now a very interesting thing. If this is not a vowel, remember this, and also make sure you can have a set or something, whatever. I'll keep unordered map because the counts, you need the counts. So okay, so is vowel of word of j. If it is not vowel, then the substring is broken. There is no need to move the left pointer. There is no need to move the left pointer. You will say left pointer, left pointer can directly go to and stand over here because it's already broken, right? And you can just continue and just continue. But if it is not If it is not, that means it's a vowel. This is not a vowel case. Okay. By the way, इसको अलग लिखते हैं. यहाँ पे एक private function लिखते हैं. Private integer count at most k vowels. String s comma int k. Okay. Now let's write it over here. Okay, so if we come over here, we'll say vowel map. Hey vowel map, can you just do an s of j plus plus? And we're like, okay, if the count of vowels, I repeat, we are like, if the count of vowels, that is vowel map dot size, if that exceeds the at most, then please remove it. Please remove y from vowel map. Okay. And if after removal, I repeat, if after removal, the vowel map of I becomes 0, please also erase it from the map. Please also erase it from the map so that the size is not hampered. And once you've erased it, now you can move I++. So this will make sure that this is counted. And in order to count, you know the count is very simple, I told you. Count will be j minus I plus 1 because that is the number of substrings you can generate. That is the number of substrings that you can generate. And I can say the total number of substrings, you will get it as this one. And can I say the answer over here will be return count at most k vowels with word, and at 5 you'll compute count at most k vowels word comma 4 is what you compute. Okay. This I think should work. check कर लेते हैं सही है कि नहीं. j equal to 0, j I equal to j plus 1, this is I plus plus. Okay, yeah, should work. Compilation, okay. Okay. Should work. Expected 0, output 1 आया. Output 1 आ गया भाई, क्यों आ गया ये? फटाफट चेक लेते हैं. VB था, यहाँ से जंप किया, A पे आया, E पे आया. I, that is an X, is not a vowel. Okay. I is equal to j plus 1 and continue. I will go to j plus 1 and it will continue. This is correct. I plus plus, this of I, this is a I, this is a j, this of j plus plus, this is correct, this is also correct. J plus plus is I'm doing count of j minus I plus 1 is what I'm doing. Absolutely correct. Code E, what is this count? E I X E I पे गया. Vowel map S of I. Please vowel map erase S. This erasing. Really, this erase function is not working fine. Can also be say number of subarrays. मतलब और भी ways हो सकते हैं. See, there can be multiple ways to solve it. I'm not saying the way that I am saying is the only way. I'm not at all saying that. See, there can be multiple ways to solve the problem. I'm just giving you my way. I'm just giving you my way. Nothing special. क्यों नहीं हो रहा है पहले ये देख लेते हैं. ये क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? अगर आइडिया लग जाएगा तो बताना. ओ हो यहाँ पे जब आएगा तो मैं आपको पूरा क्लियर कर देना है. यहाँ पे जब आएगा मैं आपको पूरा क्लियर कर देना क्योंकि नया सबस्ट्रिंग शुरू हो रहा है. Clear the map as the new substring will start. Yeah, should be fine. Yeah, should be fine. Yeah, I think yeah. Thank you, Harsha. Yeah, we have accepted the code. The code is accepted. So I'll just keep the code for some time so that you can just check out. What I did was at most 5 vowels. It counts all the substrings. This function basically counts all the substrings with 1 vowel, 2 vowel, 3 vowels, and ... till k vowels. This is what this is what this function does. You see if you have understood the code. You see if you have understood the code. First question was not easy. Only because the constraint was so like 100, that is why you were able to solve it. Otherwise, this is not a cake. Trust me, this is not a cake. It's a LeetCode hard. इतना भी easy नहीं है, LeetCode hard है. You see if you have understood the code. You see if you have understood the code. And if you have किसने सबमिट किया खुद से? UC लिखो फटाफट, UC लिखो. We need 200 likes. We need 200 likes. Come on. You see everyone. In while we can use if. In while if कर सकते हो. See, how many of you are submitting? Sir, please बता दो. Chemical engineering will referral work for Amazon? Not sure. It might work. For freshers it might not, but after once you have experience. अथर्व ये क्या किया मैंने? देखो I इधर था, I was here, J was here. मैंने बोला यार number of vowels have exceeded. If I will give you at most 4, probably you have 5 vowels, so इसको कम किया, इसको कम किया. और जब कम किया मैप से हटाया, बोला भाई मैप से एक कम हो जा क्योंकि I कम हो रहा है. तो मैंने कहा क्या टोटली कम हुआ है उस सबस्ट्रिंग में? तभी होगा ना जब उसका फ्रीक्वेंसी 0 है. If the frequency is 0, like erase from vowel map. I will like erase from vowel map. And after that, I++. It's kind of shrinking the boundary. Got it? Atar, got it? ये पहला क्वेश्चन है यार. सेकंड क्वेश्चन पे गया नहीं हरदेंदु. आई एम नॉट इनटू द सेकंड क्वेश्चन. Met not into the second question. Okay, got it. Perfect. हो जाएगा थोड़ा मेहनत करो. It will take some time. I need 200 likes. What's the complexity? Can you tell me what is the complexity? Can you tell me what is the complexity? Where is the next company? Not sure. I have got 3-4 offers. I have to decide. I haven't yet decided. But it's a big one. That is only what I can say. All the offers that I have, all of them are quite good. I have to just decide. N log n? No, obviously not n. If you are running 2 pointers, what's the complexity? Complexity क्या है? What's the complexity? Okay, 2n. You're calling it twice. Once for 5, once for 4. You're doing sliding window. Every character kitna bar? How many times are you accessing every character? If I ask you that question, every character is accessed how many times? 2 times? Aren't you accessing every character? Once via I, once via J. Every character is accessed 2 times. That's a big O of 2n for one call. And you're doing the call twice. That's big O of 4n is the solution. 4n, right? Every character is accessed 2 times, right? And you're calling the function twice. So 2n plus 2n is 4n. And you can use the log n wala concept le sakte ho. But since vowels are very numbered, log n will be very less. Because the number of vowels are only 5. So for map, it will be very less. Okay. Every character might be accessed 2 times. Once via this J, once via this I. Correct? Have you understood the time complexity? Okay, got it. Everyone submitted the code. खुद से code लिख के submit कर रहे हो तो? या नहीं कर रहे हो? आलसी हो? कर देना submit. ठीक है? Let's go to the next question for the day. Vowels of all substrings. It's an easy one. It's easier than the first. Y access 2 times did not get birth. J is moving. It might happen. I move. I might move. Might happen. In the worst case. I'm talking about the extreme worst case. I might move. First J moved, then I might move. Got it? Birth. And the worst case. No, Ayush, m dot size greater than 5 नहीं हो सकता, but I wrote a solution which is specific to k. That's why I wrote a solution which is specific to k. That is what I wanted to teach. I wanted to teach something which is specific to k. इसीलिए मैंने k के सेंस में बता रहा हूँ सब कुछ. So what about your recursion master class? अरे वो पुराना अपलोड हो गया था. I already have all the classes. Okay, so let's check this on. Please see the question and then UQ once you understand the question. UQ once you understand the question. भाई UQ कर देना, एक बार क्वेश्चन समझ में आ जाएगा. तो okay, समझ में आ गया ना? UQ, okay. Get some time. Read the question. Till then I'll take a quick nap. सो जाता हूँ मैं. सो जाता हूँ मैं. UQ, okay. 200 likes. चाय पी लो. I don't have चाय. मैं चाय नहीं पीता. I'm very coke addict. कोक मतलब वो कोकेन नहीं, कोका कोला. पता चला कोई पकड़ के ले गया अभी. आगे क्वेश्चन आगे समझ में. Given a string word, return the sum of the number of vowels. Given a string word, return the sum of the number of vowels in every substring of word. A substring is a contiguous. So basically ABA. Okay. So if you have an ABA, there is A, there is AB, there is ABA. So these are all the substrings. Now the first substring has one vowel. The next substring has one vowel. The next substring has again one vowel each. This has two vowels, double A. This has zero vowels. This has one vowel. This has one vowel. So they have added all the number of vowels. यार 146 देख रहे हैं, UQ सब नहीं बोल रहे यार, मुझे समझ में आया कि नहीं. So you have to basically take out all the substrings and compute the number of vowels. So if I just write the brute force, just so that you understand it properly. So by the way, long चाहिए होगा. So can I say this? This is what they are doing. अब लिख रहे हो ना? अब लिख रहे हो मतलब अब याद है. This is what basically they are doing. If S of J is a vowel, order है हम छापेंगे. Is vowel of word of J. If it is a vowel, you can just do a counter plus. And every time this counter will be long C equal to 0, and it can be like C equal to 0. So for every substring you have C. So for every substring you can add that to counter plus equal to C, and you can return the C. It should work. Yeah, works fine. I've understood the brute force. TLE देगा, हाँ ठीक है TLE दिया. But have you understood the brute force? ये बताओ. Very simple. What I did was I iterated on all the substrings, and for any word which is a vowel, what I did was I said, hey listen, if you are a vowel, I know one thing for sure, you are into the substring from I to J. The substring is from I to J. So if you are, हिंदी में समझाया करिए. नहीं. There's a substring from I to J. Okay, so the substring is from I to J, and is vowel is word J. Is vowel is, it's a vowel. So from I to J there's a vowel. You count it. So there's a substring from I to J. So how many vowels does it have? C. Just add that C. Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. So what's the time complexity? The time complexity is n square. यार हिंदी 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 नहीं no Hindi. I'll tell you why not Hindi. Let me tell you why I don't teach in Hindi. See, I can teach you in Hindi, but there is two major losses. Now, there's a lot of South Indian audience I have a lot of United States audience which will not understand a lot of things. The next thing is, if I teach you in Hindi, you will get alsi. You will get very very alsi. And if you get alsi, so you understand the solution, but you will not find words. You will not find words when you go to the interview. You're like, क्या बोलना था हिंदी में तो नहीं समझा सकते इंटरव्यू में, तो तब दिक्कत हो जाएगा. But if you keep hearing me speaking English, you're like, ठीक है भैया ऐसे बता रहे थे इंग्लिश में, मैं ऐसे ऐसे वर्ड्स यूज कर सकता हूँ इंटरव्यू में. That's why. Okay. So this is something like n square. This is something like n square. We want something better. There's something like n square. We want something better. What can be a better solution? What can be a better solution? A better solution will be, if I can figure out this A, if I can figure out what is the question actually? The question is vowels in substrings, addition, summation of vowels in substring. So it's summation all over. It is summation all over. Can I write this as contribution of every vowel? If I can summate the contribution of every vowel, will that make sense? For an example, if I have ABA, can I say this A is part of 3 substrings. This A is part of 3 substrings. So 3 added. Which substrings? A, AB, ABA. So this A was part of 3 substrings. So I added 3. Next, this A. I'm saying this A is a part of 3 substrings again. Why? A, BA, ABA. So 3 again. So can I say, if I can summate the contribution of every vowel, if I can summate the contribution of every vowel. मेरा ऑडियो सही आ रहा है क्या? मेरा माइक बहुत दूर है मेरे से आज. सुनता हूँ. Of every vowel, if I can summate the contribution. सही आ रहा है. Okay, so if I can summation the contribution of every vowel, will that make sense? Will that make sense? Then that will make sense. No, why is it coming correct? Why is it coming correct? Let's understand that. Let's have a proof of that. Because this was 1, this was 1, this was 1, and then there was B, then there was BA, and then there was A. These are all the substrings. Over here there was 1 occurrence of this A. Over here there was 1 occurrence of this A. Over here there was 1 occurrence of this A and 1 occurrence of this way. So in overall for this A there was 1, 1, 1. So ultimately I'm also summating the occurrences, isn't it? This A was once here, this A was once here. For this A it was this one, and for this A this was this one. So ultimately, if I can figure out for every vowel how many times is it in a substring, I think that will make my job easy. That will make my job easy. and that's very simple. That's very simple to do. Let's come back. अभी तो film शुरू हुआ है. So we know the contribution. Now can I say this A, if I write down the substrings, if I just assume this Z, if I just assume this Z, can I say that this Z will be like, you cannot pick, like for an example, you say that, hey listen, I am definitely going to pick this Z. I'm definitely going to pick this Z. Z with A, Z with AY, Z with AYZ, Z with AYZX. What I did was ZA, ZAY, ZAYZ, ZAYZX. Right, that is what I did. Okay, let's pick 2. So if I pick 2, YZ, A, YZAY, YZAYZ, YZAYZX. If I pick XYZ, like XYZA, XYZAY, XYZAYZ, XYZAYZX. So can I say the number of substrings, if I use mathematics, it's very simple. The C1, if there are C1 guys on the left, and if there are C2 guys on the right, the number of combinations that you will form is nothing but C1 cross C2 for a given vowel. The number of guys on the left into the number of guys on the right. That's the combination. If you see, there were 3 and there were 4 on the left. So 12 combinations. Again, 4, 4, 4, 12. Got this? Sarup says, but ABA तो repeat हो गया. हाँ तो क्या हुआ? ABA repeat हुआ तो क्या हुआ? मैं तो सिर्फ इसका contribution, इस ABA में ये गिना, इस ABA में ये गिना. Have you understood this? Have you got this? Everyone? Has everyone got this? Has everyone got this? Has everyone got this? Come on, come on. US, US, US. US, US, US. US करो. ओके ABA कर लेते हैं. चलो ABA कर लेते हैं. कोई बात नहीं, ABA कर लेते हैं. अच्छा अच्छा, एक सेकंड. Okay, just a quick heads up. There will also be something like AYZX. Sorry, AYZ, AYZX. There will also be a pattern like this where I start with A. There's a single A, AY, AYZ, AYZX. So C1 के लिए पूरा लेना होगा. C1 is this. So basically, if there is a value, C1 is still here and C2 is still here. Okay, because that guy himself will also be a part of that. I missed that. This A, because A भी एक होगा, AY भी एक होगा, AYZ भी एक होगा, AYZX will also be 1. It will be 4 into 4, which is 16. 4 into 4, which is 16. Yeah, 4 into 4, which is 16. So if I am standing at an index I, can I say C1 will always be I plus 1? Can I say C2 will always be N minus I? Can I say this always? And the answer will be C1 into C2. For every I. Make sense? Your Mac is on very low battery. Just a minute. मेरा Mac charge नहीं हो रहा है. Just a minute. रुक जाओ. Okay, clear? Okay, let's code this. So can I say the answer is very simple. The answer will be for int I equal to 0, I lesser than n, I plus plus, and can I write int n equal to word dot size? I can indeed. I can write that indeed. And can I have like answer equal to 0? I can that. I can do that. Now I'll have answer plus equal to I plus 1 into n minus I into 1ll, just to make sure there's no conversions. I can return answer. Should be okay. For every I, okay, sorry. If it's a vowel only. Only if it's a vowel. Otherwise, not. Should be okay. Wrong answer. Runtime error, signed integer overflowed, type integer cannot be represented in. क्या करें इसका? ये मुझे इसलिए लीड कोड का ऐसे हरकतें नहीं पसंद. या ना ना, it'll work, it'll work. Let's do. Should work now. Yeah, done. Chill. Okay, did you submit this? Which world are you talking about? मेरी दुनिया है. मेरी दुनिया है. Has everyone submitted this? Has everyone submitted this? Has everyone submitted this? You see for this big of n, simple. Big of n, a big of n. 1l, generally if you multiply 1ll, it gets converted to an like integer into integer is generally integer, right? So that's why just to convert that into long, you do 1ll. Got this? Let's take it to 300 subscribers. Let's take it to 300 subscribers, guys. Sorry, 300 likes. Okay, so we've done this. Let's move to the next one. Let's move to the next one, which is maximize product. It's a good question. It is indeed a good question. I want you to read this, and after that we'll start solving this. 2064 for that reason. 2064 for that reason. Solution was good. it was easier than the first one. Like if I don't compare the big of n solution, easier than the first one, right? Okay, read the question. वैसे ही है ना, हर संडे ऐसे करें. हर संडे लीट संडे, राइट? लीट कोड का संडे वीकली. गुड नेम, राइट? लीट संडे. हर रोज. माफी, हर रोज नहीं होगा. Sunday I stay free. That's why I can solve this, because see, in order to teach you 4 problems, I have to also solve 4 problems. So before this stream, I have to sit for 1 hour. I have to code all of these. Even if I don't code, I have to go through, think. Generally, I take a problem and I don't see solutions. I think from my side also. Yeah. If there is a bi-weekly, I'll do it on Wednesday. If there is a bi-weekly there, I'll do it on the right on the next day. That's Wednesday. Generally, bi-weekly कब होता है मुझे idea नहीं है कब होता है. Like I saw weeklies happening on Sunday 8 o'clock in the morning. Sunlit. Leet-Sun-Day अच्छा है. Sunlit day. Leet-Sun-Day अच्छा है. Leet-Sun-Day. Saturday we'll just do mock. Kabhi ask me anything. Saturdays with Striver is for mock. Ask me anything. Resume reviews, project reviews. I'm thinking of code reviews. Saturdays for fun. I will not work hard on. Alternate Saturday 8 p.m. Okay. 8 p.m. na, अरे 8 p.m. है, so I cannot do it at 10 o'clock na, because 8 p.m. it will get over at 10 o'clock. So suddenly if the contest is over, I cannot start because that's not possible, right? Leet night, Leet night, अच्छा ना. Can you do a resume roast for internship? I'll do it some other. कितना resume roast करूँ? Okay, tell me if you understood the question. Let's come back. सब मैं ही पढ़ा दूंगा तो बाकी लोग क्या पढ़ाएंगे? Let's come back to the question. 9:30 पे होता है, तो अपन को भी टाइम चाहिए, right? I have to also go through this. See, I just don't teach you the accepted solution. I teach you a lot of varieties. If there is a possible best solution, I always teach you that as well, right? That is my motive. Okay, so please go through the question. Let me know if you've understood this. You क्यों? Okay. मैं 2 मिनट अब देता हूँ, चुप रहूंगा, 2 मिनट दे रहा हूँ, क्वेश्चन पढ़ लो. Ansh, that is correct. That is correct. That's correct, Gunjan. Is there a big of an approach? No. It's an log an approach. वो दोस्ती कैसी जहाँ की पढ़ो, बाद में कभी शायरी करेंगे. Is there a big of an approach? No. Understood the question? UQ, please. Otherwise, I'll tell you the question. I guess a lot of you will not understand the question, so I'll tell you the question. Let's take it to. दुश्मन ने यहाँ let me just still explain you the question. So 11,6 and n is 6. Okay, so बस मुझे एक चीज जानना था यार. From which colleges people are attending? Can you just write your college name quickly on the chat? I just wanted to check out. कौन से colleges. Quickly write कौन से colleges से. VITs, okay. PICT Pune, UIET, VITs, DTUs, VITs, Jadavpur, Jamia Millia Islamia, LPU, MIT, DTU, SSTIM, Jadavpur, Raja, VIT, Priyadarshini, Mumbai University, Punjab, IIT KGP, NIT Patna, IIT Delhi, Trident, LD, टायर 3 मत लिखो यार, कॉलेज का नाम लिखो. NIT इलाहाबाद, JSPM इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज बीकानेर, CBRPU, ट्रिपल IIT भागलपुर, NIT. भाई साहब पूरे इंडिया से लोग देख रहे हैं. ओ भाई साहब, वो दिन दूर नहीं है जहां हम कैरी मिनाटी से भी ज्यादा फेमस होंगे. मजाक कर रहा हूँ. Anyways, the question says there are 6 guys. Okay, there are 6 guys. The question says पूरे इंडिया से यार, मतलब पूरे इंडिया से. बहुत सही, अच्छा लग रहा है. Looks like a lot of people across India know. N equal to 6. ठीक है, n equal to 6. You have 11 6. So basically they're saying कि मुझे पता नहीं क्या इसको बोल रहे हैं. Stores है. These many stores are there. N stores are there, and these are the quantities. Okay, these are the quantities, and what you can do is there are 6 stores. You can take this 11. You can take this 11, and you can just split it across as you wish. As you wish. I repeat, as you wish. So one of the splits that you can do is you can like 2 2 2. That's 6, and then you can do a 5. Like you can do this 2 2 2 2, and then you can do 5. So if you just sum it up, 2 plus 2 will be 4, plus 2 will be 6, plus 5 will be 11, right? So this 11 is split across these 4 guys. This 11 is split across these 4 guys. And then you have a 6. You can do a 3, 3. You can do a 1, 5. You can do a 2, 4. That is your choice. However you want to give, you can do that as you wish. ठीक है, तुम्हें जैसे मन है तुम ऐसे split करो. I don't care. But the question states, out of all the splits that you have done, take the maximum. Out of all the splits that you have done, take the maximum. So the maximum is 5. So this is one of the splits that you can do. Or I can be like, hey, listen, let's do some other way of splits. 2, 3, 3, 3. Okay, and then 3, 3. So 11 is split across 2, 3, 3. This is 11. And it's not necessary that you have to split across 4 only. It could have been like 5, 6 भी हो सकता था 11 का. 11 का 5, 6, इसका 1, 1, 2, 2. This can also be a split. 5, 6 for 11. And this 6 means 1, 1, 2, 2. Splitting, how you are splitting, that is on you. No one will say you have to split it like this. How you are splitting is on you. Like I could have done like this. This is also a valid one. This is also a valid one. Because this is 11 and this is the 6. Whereas over here, this is 11, this is the 6. Over here, this is 11, this is the 6. How you are splitting, that is on you. Now, what is the maximum over here? 3. What's the maximum over here? 6. So you have to split in such a way that the maximum that you're getting, you have to split in such a way that the maximum that you're getting is the minimum. Is the minimum. Like this gives you 3. So the minimal is 3 as the answer. You could have taken 5, but 5 is not a smaller number. Minimum of the maximum splits. The question states minimum of max of all splits. So make sure you do a split in such a way that the max is minimized. Make sure you do a split in such a way that the max over here is minimized. Question clear? Question clear? Question clear? This question is a very good, famous question, type of book allocation problem. Book allocation problem. Yeah, it's a book allocation problem. Like if you just Google this question, for everyone out there, just Google this question, book allocation problem, you will get this. And इसमें मेरा बहुत तगड़ा वीडियो है मेरा, मतलब इतना मैं एनर्जी से बोला हूँ ना, मतलब देखना ही है, मजा आ जाएगा ये वीडियो देखना, बुक एलोकेशन का, ठीक है. It's a wonderful problem. It's aggressive cows, yeah. It's kind of aggressive cows only. But how will you do this? Okay. So let's take the same example and try to do a binary search. If I ask you, what can be the maximum answer? Like if I ask you, what can be the minimal answer? What can be the minimal answer? Like how to think of a binary search? How to think binary search? Generically, if you have questions like min of max, max of min, these questions are of binary search. There is nothing like thinking these questions are of binary search. Okay. Now, I have 11, I have 6. Okay. Now, you're given n equal to 6. At the worst case, like what can be the minimal possible answer? If there are 6, like bhul jao, isko bhul jao. Think you don't have quantities. Think you don't know numbers. Just think you don't know numbers. Can I say the minimum split that you can do is, can I say this? The minimal split that you will do is always this. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? The minimal split that you will always do is this. Right? So can I say the minimal split, like the minimal answer? The minimal answer can always be 1. The minimal answer can always be 1. What can be the maximal answer? So let's look at the constraints and kind of check it out. What can be the maximal answer? Just look at this and tell me what can be the maximal answer. Can I say if there is one guy given and there is a quantity, at the worst case, I'm talking about all, like I'm just not talking about a singular test case. I'm thinking it on an overall level. What can be the maximum answer? The maximum answer can be like what is the maximum quantity? Right, what is the maximum quantity? Like I'm just Karan Kumar, you're correct, but I'm thinking it on an overall. I'm just thinking it on an overall. I don't want to complicate things. So I know for all test cases, I'm thinking in sense of all test cases. I'm thinking in sense of all test cases, not a single test case. For a single you can find max, min सब कर सकते हो. But अगर सारा का बात करूं तो मुझे पता है given any test case, if I give you any test case, the answer will always be between from 1 to 10 to the power 5. No matter what test case I give you, no matter what test case I give you, the answer will always be from 1 to 10 to the 5. If you want to keep it a better one, you can be like, the answer will be like 1 to max of array i's. Like if you want to give a better version, this is correct. But I just want to tell you overall, like all test cases. For all test cases, you can say 1 to 10 to the power 5. Okay. Now let's come across how will you solve this. N equal to 6, quantities 11 and 6. Okay. Now you have 11. So I'm assuming over here, let's have the range as 1 to 11 just to have a better one. N is 1 to 11. Let's have 1 to 11. Can you tell me what is the middle element? Can you tell me what is the middle element? क्या है middle element? बता सकते हो? क्या है middle element? Middle element is 6. Okay. So what I'm saying is, let's distribute 6. Let's distribute everyone as 6. So if I take 11, how many items will it be if I break them down into 6? Well, like 6 plus 5, 2 items. 6 plus 5, if I'm saying you have to take it as 6. For 11, it will be broken down into 2 items. Because that's basically 6 plus 5. 6 will be broken down into 1 item. Which will be nothing but 6 itself. So in total, you have 3 items. In total, you have 3 items. So how many items did you require? You required 6 items. So if you have in total 3 items, I repeat, if you have in total 3 items, so what do I need to do? If I increase this 6, बढ़ा दे 6 को, तो ये आइटम कमेगा या बढ़ेगा रे बाबा? तो और कम जाएगा रे बाबा. अगर मैं इसको 8 कर दूं तब तो भाई मुसीबत है. 11/8, 6/8, ये तो 0 हो जाएगा, और कम जाएगा, right? How Wahab says he did not get. Wahab, see what I'm saying is, you are distributing 6. Okay, so 11 can be like you distribute one guy 6, but there is someone who's left out with 5. So it will be like 6 plus 5. You have no other option. You have to be like 6 plus 5, and you know the maximal will be 6, so it's okay. Okay. So now I know one thing. If I take 7, if I take 8, if I take 9, if I take 10, if I take any one of them, the items will not increase, will reduce. The items will reduce. Can I say the items will reduce? Because just imagine me taking 7. Then it will be like 11 by 7 will be like kind of 2 items. Again, it will cover 2 guys. And 6 by 7 will cover 0 guys. Or 1 guy, sorry. 1 guy. So again 3 hai. But अगर मैं कुछ 11 ले लूं, if I take 11 for an example, 11 by 11 will be 1 guy, and 6 by 11 will be approximately 1 guy. So the items will reduce. I will not cover 6. So in order to be able to cover 6, what I need to do is I have to omit this part. Binary search says इतना बड़ा स्प्लिट लेके फायदा नहीं है रे बाबा. स्प्लिट को छोटा करने का, तो एल से स्प्लिट को छोटा करता है. Okay, so if I split it, then the middle comes out to be 3. Now when the middle comes out to be 3, 11 will be distributed among how many? If I'm saying I'm gonna keep 3 for everyone, it'll be like 4 items. Why? 3 plus 3 plus 3. I can completely do 3, but the left one will be 2, but the left out will be 2, correct? And 6 can be done as 2 items, which is approximately 3 plus 3. So in total there are 6 items. I'm like, I got 6 items. Yes, I got 6 items. So if I got 6 items, I needed 6. Yes, this is one of my answers. अरे बाबा, ये आंसर है रे. अगर ये आंसर है, if this is an answer, can we do better? Probably yes. Probably yes, right? Probably yes. So what I'll do is I will probably reduce it further and keep low here, keep high here. I'll say minimum निकालना था, अपने को minimal निकालना था. I have to find, the question was stating you have to find minimal. So for minimal you reduce further. Let's find a better answer. Let's find a better answer. So what I'll do is I'll take the middle over here. अभी 1 को divide करने का. Let's see. 11 by 1 is 11 elements. 6 by 1 is 6. In total 17 items. Way too much. Way too much. तो लो को अब आगे बढ़ाने का. So delete this. Because by taking 1, you are getting a lot of items. You don't need that. So I'll just take 2. So if you take 2, it will be like 6. It'll be like 3. 9 items. Again a lot. So you just reduce it and you'll come across, and high will stand at 3. High will stand at 3. So you see high will automatically stand at an element. You see high will automatically stand at an element where that's the answer. Where that's the answer. Agony. I will automatically stand at an element where that is the answer. Agony. समझ में आया? Have you got this? I mean, if you got this, what I did was I just made sure ki what is the split. I just did a binary search on the split. Do a binary search on the split. It is derived from the book allocation problem. You can watch that. I mean, if you got this, binary search on the split. Binary search on the split. Got it, US? How many if you did not get it? How many if you did not get it? गौरव से एक और बार एक्सप्लेन करना. कोई है और किसी को चाहिए एक्सप्लेन? यू वांट वन मोर? मैं कोड कर लेता हूँ फिर उसके बाद बता दूंगा. ठीक है, मैं कोड कर लेता हूँ फिर बता दूंगा. you have to like book allocation का प्रॉब्लम हो जाना चाहिए तभी ये समझ में आएगा, वरना नहीं आएगा. Generally for all these problems, what if arrays, how does it matter? How does it matter on the array? Dipesh, did it matter on the array? What I was looking was, see, मैंने क्या बोला कि भाई सुन, मैं सारे splits को बोलूंगा, कि did it matter on the array? The array was not sorted. Was the array sorted? It was 11, 6. N was 6. There were 6 places unoccupied. There were 6 places to be occupied. What I did was I said, hey, the minimum occupancy that I can do is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 on all the places, right? So I said the answer can be from 1 and the maximum occupancy I can think of can be 11. Now I said, why don't you try to occupy something like 6? I'll be like, okay, let's start 6. तो अगर 6 ले लिया 11 से 5 बैठा, कभी 6 तो नहीं ले सकते, 5 लेते हैं. Next there is 6. So I see that by taking a 6, I was not able to fill all the 7 elements, all the 6 guys. I was not able to fill all the 6 guys. This 6 cannot be an answer. Yeah, this 6 cannot be an answer. You have to reduce. So what you did was, you said नहीं भाई नहीं हो रहा है यार, इतना में नहीं हो रहा है, अपन को छोटा करना पड़ेगा. अब बोला हाँ भाई कर लेते, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, चलो तो स्प्लिट को छोटा कर दो. जिन लोगों को नहीं समझ में उन लोगों के लिए बता रहा हूँ वापस. हाँ, स्प्लिट को अपन छोटा कर देंगे. अपन बोलेंगे अब 1 to 5 पे देख लेते हैं. Now you said the split is on 3. Right? If you have 3, let's do 11 and 6 है. 3, this will be left out with 8, 3 left out with 5, 3 left out with 2. So left out with 2. Next 3 left out with 3, 3 left out with 0. So what I see is I was able to fill up all the 6 elements. So 3 can be a possible answer. Got it? Now 3 can be an answer. If 3 can be an answer, I need minimal answers. So I'll look for better answers. So let's reduce it further. The binary search will be from 1 to 2. Got it? अब समझ में आया क्या कर रहा था मैं? Dipesh got it. I don't need the answer to be sorted. I'm just picking up an answer. I'm saying, can we split it? Can we split according to this? That is what I did. Got it, everyone now? Okay, now let's code this. Let's take 300 likes. Come on, guys. 300 likes. Come on. Let's take it to 300 likes. Let's take it to 300 likes. Okay, so where are... So, again, I'm not interested in finding the max. Or you can find the max as well. एकदम बड़ा बड़ा नाम दे देते. Okay, probably answer assuming I need the minimal, so I'll say that this is the answer. While low lesser than equal to high. Okay, what can I say? Let's think logically. What can I say? I'm like, hey, listen, split or mid can be low plus high by 2, and then I need to count how many did I do. So auto of it on array. Can I say count will be, in short, the it divided by the split, and if there is something still left out, then please add a +1. Okay, makes sense. And then can I say if the count is lesser than equal to n, lesser than equal to, remember I'm writing equal to. I know this might not be the answer, but let's still store it. Let's say I'll look for a better answer, like I'll lower the split, or else if it is going greater than n, then split ko bada, and then I can return the answer. That should be good. फाइनल रिसर्च में बहुत अच्छा लिखता हूँ, तो शायद एक बार. अननोन एरर क्या है भाई? व्हाट इज द अननोन एरर डूड? अच्छा, मैक्स एलिमेंट ऐसे नहीं लिखते हैं क्या? I'm too lazy to write anything to find max. Unknown error. What is this unknown error? What is the unknown error? Is it because I changed this array to quantities or what? Oh, account ही log out हो गया. Your answer 5. ये क्या धोखा हुआ मेरे साथ, ये तो धोखा हुआ, धोखा. Boom. Yo, understood this? Okay, so I'll open the next question and I'll be right back. The next question, padho. Okay, I forgot to discuss the time complexity. Can you tell me what is the time complexity of this? What's the time complexity of this? N log of max कह सकते हैं. N log of, yeah, n log n, not log n. Log n for the binary search, and there's an array loop running. N log n. N log of max should be a better answer. N log of max is a better answer. I think everyone understands this. Perfect. Let's take it to 300 likes. Come on, guys. 300 likes. 300 likes. 28.200 plus subscribers. That is amazing. Some number. जितने नए subscribers हो मेरे चैनल को भी subscribe कर देना. I goes by the name Take You Forward. Lol. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's go to the next question. Code आ गया ना सबको समझ में? UC from everyone. UC last one. UC, then I'll go to the next one. Can I quickly get a UC? Then I'll go to the next one. Can I quickly get a UC? UC from everyone. Understand code? Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Let's go to the next question. This is the next one. I want to read this question. This is an amazing question. I personally felt this was the best question. I personally felt this was the best question of the contest. So yeah, I expect you to read the question. I'll be back in a minute. No, I went for this. My favorite. Guess what is this? Yeah. Read the question. Let me know if you've understood this. Read the question and let me know if you've understood the question. You need this? I'll give you this. Read the question and tell me. Question पढ़ लो. Question पढ़ लो. मतलब क्या करोगे जान के मैं किधर जा रहा हूँ? पढ़ाई करो ना. कि तुम लोग इतना हाइप कर देते हो ना किधर जा रहे हो, क्यों छोड़ा, उसका चलते फिर बहुत दिक्कत होता है यार. नहीं समझे क्वेश्चन? Okay, let's understand the question. How many of you did not understand? DUQ, DUQ, DUQ. If you did not understand the question, DQ. मतलब जो जहां जा रहा जाने तो भाई, टाइम आने पे अपडेट कर ही देगा. Okay, okay, I will explain you. Don't worry. Prerequisite. You should be knowing recursion. Okay. Okay. Let's understand the question. The question states you can start from zero, like you have to find the path, in short, that starts from zero and ends at zero, okay, and does not take more time than 49. Like 49 is the max time that they have given. This might vary from question to question, but it should not take more time than 49. Okay, now coming across, आगे क्या? They have to find the maximum value path. What is this? Let's understand. Now, if I take this path where I say I will go from 0 to 1, I'll go from 1 to 2, I'll come from 2 to 1. Now remember, you can visit a node multiple times. There is no barrier in that. You can always visit a node multiple times. Okay, from 1 you can again come back to 0. This can be one of the paths where you say, hey Trevor, I started from 0, I reached 1, now from 1 I'm going 2, from 2 I'm going to 1, and then I'm coming back to 0. Let's look at the number of time that I required. I required 10 seconds, right? I required 15. From 2 to 1 again I'll require 15. From 1 to 0 I will again require 10. So in total I think I ended up taking 50 time, but the max time allowed was 49. So this path is not valid. This path is not valid because it ended up taking 50 time. It ended up taking 50. Clear hai? Is that clear? Abhi, let's write some other path which might be valid. 0 1, 1 to 0, 0 to 3, 3 to 0. Let's try this path out. So if I write this path, yes, if I write this path, from 0 to 1 it takes 10, 1 to 0 takes another 10, 0 to 3 another 10, 3 to 0 another 10. The time that I take is 40. The time that I take is 40, correct? The time that I take will be 40, and the value that I get is nothing but the nodes which are visited are 0, 1 and 3 in the path. The nodes that are visited are 0, 1 and 3 on the path. So for 0 the value is 0 over here. For 1 the value is nothing but 32. For 3 the value is 42. So 32 plus 32 hai kya? 43, yes, sorry, 43. So in total I get 75. So you have to find all the paths. You have to find all the paths, and among all the paths, you have to tell which is the max value path. Like you got the max value as 39. Just make sure you start from 0 and end at 0. You can visit any node any number of times. That is absolutely okay. Have you understood the question now? Have you understood the question now? Have you understood the question now? Everyone? Okay, perfect. Anyone who's left out, who did not understand the question, you can take any path as long as the starting point is 0 and ending point is 0. You can take any path. Just make sure you start from 0 and you end at 0. Okay, that's correct, Ayush. Let's try that path. 0 to 3, then 0, then 3, then 0. Okay, let's try this path. 10, 10, 10, 10. So this is giving 40 as time, which is okay. The nodes visited in this path are 0 and 3. The nodes visited in its path is 0 and 3. So 0 is giving 0, 3 is giving 43. So in total it is 45. Now remember one thing. If you're visiting 3 twice, the value will only be added once. I just got it. The value will only be added once. In the path, if you are visiting a node multiple times, the value will be added once, not multiple times. Clear the question? How do you solve this problem? Can I say I can do a simple recursion call? Where I say, hey, listen, I'm going to take f of, I'm going to start with 0. And I will take the maximum time 49. Okay. And what I'll do is, I'll also carry something as value. Okay. And probably, let's take the same graph in order to understand. Can I say from here, I can go here, I can come here. Then from here, I can go here, I can come here. So can I use something as a visited array concept, where I say, okay, whenever it's the first time when I visit. Whenever it is the first time when I visit, I will add that to the value and I'll reduce the time. Something like this. Like hypothetically, if I'm at 049, I'll try going to the node 1 and the time will reduce by 10. Like if you try going to node 1, the time will reduce by 10. The time will be left out with 39 and the value would have been added by 0 because you're just going 0. And then you're like, I can go to node 3, the time will reduce by this and the value will still be 0. Now from 1, where can you go? You'll be like, I can go back to 0 or I can go back to 2. So can you try out all the ways? Can you try out all the ways in this way? And whenever you reach node 0 back, can I store like max val equal to max of max val comma all the vowels that you are having, all these vowels that you are having? Can I try out all the paths and in the recursion at every instance, whenever I reach the node 0, can I always store the max vowels that are coming across? And throughout whichever is the max val will be my answer. अगर recursion strong है तुरंत समझ जाओगे. If your recursion is strong, you'll straight away catch it. Otherwise, I'll give you a dry run. Did not understand? You need a dry run. I'll give you a dry run. Don't worry. If you did not understand, I'll give you a dry run. Nothing to worry. You want a dry run? चलो बता ही देता हूँ ड्राई रन. मुझे लगता नहीं है किसी को समझ में आया इतना जल्दी. ड्राई रन के लिए थोड़ा छोटा ड्रॉ करना पड़ेगा. रिटर्न नहीं करना होगा. देखो मैं क्या करूंगा. I'm at 0. I'll go to 1. I'll just draw the graph very short. This is 10 and I think this is 15. This is 10. This is 32 and this is 43. Okay. So and 2 is 10. Okay. So just to make sure these are the values, I'll encircle them with greens. Okay, and this is 0. Now what I'll do is I'll start with 0. Okay, let's start with 0. Let's start with 0. And you can use a visited array. So you're starting at 0 and probably you can keep a max val equal to 0 initially. And the max time you are allocated is 49. So let's keep 49 and the value as of now is 0. From 0 you are like, you can go to 1. If you go to 1, the time will reduce by 0. The time will reduce by 10 and the value will increase because you are going to 1. Because you are going to 1 पे जा रहे हो, right? तो 1 की तो वैल्यू होगी. तो उसकी जो वैल्यू है 1 पे पहली बार कोई जा रहा है तो उसको विजिट मार्क कर दो as visited as 1. First time visited, so mark it as 1 and the value will be increased by this. If you're going to 3, first time going to 3, mark it as 1 and you can be something like 39 comma 43. Now from 1, what can you do? You can come back to whether 0 will also be marked as visited. 0 will also be marked as visited. Now you know if there are multiple recursion calls, this recursion calls tends to happen first and then this recursion call, right? First this one will be executed, then this one. So as of now you can stop this. This has not been executed. तो इसको रोक सकते हो. तो अभी के लिए ये visit नहीं हुआ है, ठीक है? अभी के लिए you can just keep it assigned, okay? You can say that this is not executed. So from 1, where can you go? You can again come back to 0 or you can again go back to 2, right? So if you go to 0, can I say 0 is already visited? 0 is already visited. So there is no need to add anything into the value. So the value will still stay as 32, but the time will be 29 now because the time has reduced. But if you go to 2, then the time will reduce by 15, which makes it 24, and the value will be added by 10, which makes it 42, and this will be marked as visited. Again, this recursion call will happen afterwards, so you can just stop it. अभी नहीं हो रहा है तो अभी मार्क मत करो, अभी ये वाला एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं. Now you are at 0. Okay, now you can again go back to 1 or you can again go back to 3. Now let's understand. If you go back to 1, it will be like f of again 1. The time will reduce by 10. But will you add anything? No, because you're visiting, like this is twice visited, and this is the second time you're visiting it. If you're visiting it second time, there's no need to add up anything, so this will still be 32. So understood what I'm trying to do? Whenever I'm visiting it for the first time, I'm increasing the value and reducing the time. But whenever I'm visiting it for the next time, I'm not increasing it. So out of all the recursion calls, whenever you reach 0, whenever you reach 0, whatever is the value, just take the maximum of all the values. Make sense? And the base case is very simple. Whenever you run out of time, you'll stop. Whenever you'll run out of time, you'll stop. अब तो समझ में आ गया होगा. Recursion should be clear if you're doing this problem. If your recursion is not clear, don't do this problem. Do it afterwards. Do it afterwards. Again, समझ में क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं? Understood what I'm trying to do? Yes. US. Can I get a quick yes? Looks like a lot of people's recursions is still not strong. Looks like recursion अच्छा नहीं है बंदों का. Looks like recursion अच्छा नहीं है सबका. और यार recursion you have to work across. Recursion you have to work across, otherwise it's gonna be a big problem. Okay, recursion थोड़ा समझने की कोशिश करो. बहुत सिंपल recursion था. समझ तो आ गया. बट ठीक कोड लिखूंगा तो इजी होगा. कोड लिखते हैं. So what am I given? I've given the edges and I've given the time. Where's the edge value? The edge values are here. Okay, perfect. So I have the values, I have the edges, and I have the max time. Perfect. Let's create the graph. I'll create the graph at first. Okay. Yes, Ayush, that's correct. When I write the code, you'll understand it very clearly. Okay, so what I've done is, yes, Aditya, that's correct. So let's create this adjacence of u will take a push back of v comma tm. Adjacence of v will push back of u comma tm. So I've stored this. Perfect. Let me return let me keep a max val for that reason. Really, you can keep a member function over here because there will be a lot of variables. Max val, and you can assign the max val to be 0, and you can return the max val, and let's call the function. So f of the initial node will be 0. The max time is given to them, and you can just carry the val, and we need a visited array as well. So let's have a visited array. Vec of vector int visited of n comma 0. So a visited is required, and what else we require? We require adjacency list, and we require the values. Perfect. Okay, now let's quickly code the song. Private int func, int node, int max time, int val, vector int vector visited है ना, तो visited के लिए int होगा. Vector int visited. Okay. Next will be adjacent vector pair int comma int. Adjacent is just an array, so there's no need to pass by reference. Just pass it normally, and then there's vector int of values. Next, if I'm coming across मैं value को add करूँ या ना करूँ. Something I know for sure, if I'm coming across to a visited, first time I'm coming across, so I'll do a visited node plus plus. Okay, and I know if the visited of node is the first time, then I will add it to the values of node. and the first time I've added it, and I'll compare the, if node is equal to 0, then I'll say max val, can you just compare yourself because I've reached here. Okay, makes sense. Done. Next, I'll just go across all the adjacents. So int, the childs will be it of first, and the time will be it of second. Now I will be like, okay, I need to go to the child back. So let's go to the child back. So f of child max t. By the way, just make sure if by any chances max t is less than 0, you return. There's no need to do this. Is the base case. Okay, this is the base case that you will do, and I'll say max t val will be added over here, so it's okay. If it goes across to the child, it will be added. We visited, it will be adjacent, it will be values, and I think when I go back, just make sure the visit is done a minus minus, because if I'm visiting it, I need to do it. I think this should work. Compilation error void होगा ये. Compilation error auto of oh node. Let's not do this. We will interesting. Let's see when did I do a mistake. Let's quickly check it out. You're not updating max t, am I not? Okay, I saw that. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, you be okay. Yeah, accepted. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, a simple one. So I'm keeping the code completely on. Keeping the code completely on so that you can go through the entire code, and I'll be checking this. थोड़ा समझ में आया क्या मैंने क्या किया? This is when you reach the node. If you came back to 0, then it's a path. Then it's a path back to 0. And this is if visited for the first time, then only add to val, because we don't add this multiple times in a path, because we don't add a node multiple times. Okay, this is how I did it. And over here, make sure you reduce the time. Okay, and what about here? Create the graph. This is create the graph, and then simply do a DFS. Simply do a DFS on all its adjacents. Now your question might arise, can we use DP? No, because DP will be dependent on the path that you've taken. The DP will be dependent on the visited matrix. You cannot memorize visited matrix. That's why you cannot apply DP over here. This will be the answer. Can you tell me the time complexity? The time complexity will be exponential because you're using all the paths. The time complexity will be exponential because you're using all the paths. So it will be something in the range of 2 to the power something, depending on the number of edges. Okay, depending on the number of edges, it will take all the edges, and depends on max time as well. Max time is 100, then you never know how much it will take. It will be exponential in the nature. Does that make sense? Because you are trying out all the paths. समझ में आ गया क्या? Is that clear? Is that clear to everyone? Clear to everyone? Okay, we have 300 likes. Can we do a bitmask? Yeah, that's correct. You can do a bitmask DB if it is very small. Otherwise, there will be a problem. Now, someone said 2 to the power 20. No, that's not true, because n is around 1000. So it might happen they give you times. The time is given, yeah, 10 ही maximum length होगा. Yeah, to the power 20 is correct. To the power 20 is correct. Why? Because the minimal time जो उन्होंने बोला है वो 10 है. मिनिमल टाइम 10 बोला है एंड जो मैक्स टाइम है वो 100 हो सकता है. तो एट मैक्स तुम कितना पाथ जाओगे? 10 तो जा सकते हो. 10 नहीं, 10 है तो हाँ 10 पाथ जा सकते हो. करेक्ट. एट मैक्स यू कैन गो टू 10 पाथ्स, राइट? At max you can go to 10 f's, like the depth will be 10 f's, correct? Because the minimal time that they are saying is, I use GoodNote, perf, I use GoodNote. It's मतलब खरीदना पड़ता है इसको, 500 कुछ रुपीस ले लेना, अच्छा ऐप है. It's basically 10. So if an edge is 10, so at max you will go to 10 depth. Does that make sense? At max you'll go to 10 depth, not more than that, because 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 will exceed 100, right? So at max you'll go to 10 depth. So if there are 10 depths and you're trying out all directions, now depending on how many directions you're trying, again how many directions can be there, that is again depends. That again depends. So yeah, we can say it's near about like 10 depth ही जा रहे हैं, तो ज़्यादा तो होगा नहीं. एंड एजेस कितना बोला है? 4 डायरेक्शन में एजेस है. अगर यहाँ पे फिर से बोल दे 4 ही एडजेसेंट होगा. दे हैव आल्सो सेड यू दैट देयर आर एट मोस्ट 4 एजेस कनेक्टेड टू ईच नोड. सो 4 डायरेक्शंस एट मैक्स 10 डेप्थ, 4 डायरेक्शन 4 टू द पावर 10 होगा, व्हिच इज 2 टू द पावर 20, which is 2 to the power 20. Yeah, there are 4 directions. So if there are 4 directions, 4 to the power 10, thereby 2 to the power 20. Got it? Did you get the time complexity? Did you get the time complexity, by the way? I'll write that for you. So basically it's kind of, see, तुम एक नोड से, from one node you can go to 4 directions, correct? So at max you can go to 10 directions. So I can say if there are 10 directions that you can go, and in every 10 direction there are 4 paths that you can take. So it's kind of 4 into 4 into 4 dot 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 into 4, which is 4 to the power 10 directions that you can take. This is nothing but 2 to the power 20 as a time complexity. 2049. Let's see. I'm not sure क्या problem. Count nodes with the highest score. There's a binary tree rooted consisting the nodes are level from. You are given 0 index representing the pan side. Each node has to find the score of a node. Consider if the nodes are the tree would become 1 or more empty. So the subtree is the number of nodes in a score of the node is the product of sizes of all those subtrees. Okay. Each node has a score. To find the score of a node, consider if the node and the edges connected to it were removed. Okay. Removed 0. Removed 1. पढ़ना पड़ेगा यार, ये क्या समझ ही नहीं आ रहा. एक बार क्वेश्चन मेरे को नहीं समझ में आया. वैसे आई रीड द क्वेश्चन. तो मीडियम ही तो है, कर देना, मतलब हो जाना चाहिए ना. ऐसे इशू क्या हो रहा है? मीडियम ही तो है. should be able to do, right? should be able to do. Let's do this question. I'll check this question out. पहले मैं कब आऊँगा नेक्स्ट? बाई वीकली हो गया क्या? एक तो देख लेता हूँ. बाई वीकली लास्ट कब आता है क्या? आगे कुछ बाई वीकली देख लेता हूँ. इज देयर अ बाई वीकली? November 13. Today is November 7. No, not this November. This I'll probably, कौन सा बाई वीकली का था? कौन सा बाई वीकली का था बता दो. वो वाला बाई वीकली सॉल्व कर लेंगे तब. या फिर कौन सा वीकली का था? कैन यू टेल मी? 2049 should be some of some weekly, right? I'm sure it is of some weekly. Can you tell me which weekly? कौन सा वीकली पे था? वीकली 264. ओके. कहाँ है ये क्वेश्चन? ये चलो एक काम करते हैं, ये वाला कर लेते हैं. Let's do this question on this Wednesday. Probably if I am not caught, I'll do this weekly contest 264. Okay. Cool. I'll do that. Perfect. यस यस आयुष, वही करने वाले, वही करेंगे एवरी संडे आई डू वीकली। और 2 वेडनेसडे मैं वेडनेसडे करूंगा, सैटरडे नहीं हो पाएगा, वेडनेसडे करूंगा। तो वेडनेसडे आई विल डू बाई वीकली, सैटरडे 2 मॉक, 2 रेज्यूमे रोस्ट और आस्क मी एनीथिंग, बाद बाकी देख लेंगे। हमें बस वैसे भी टाइम का बहुत कमी है अभी। ओके ओके गाइज, सो इन केस यू वॉच टिल हियर, मजा आया, मजा आया कि नहीं? डिड यू एंजॉय द स्ट्रीम? एंजॉय द स्ट्रीम ना? समझ में आ गया ना चारों क्वेश्चन? So I'll be doing this every Sunday, ठीक है? I'll be doing this every Sunday. Just make sure थोड़ा सा शेयर कर दो, अच्छा लगता है, मतलब प्लीज मेक श्योर शेयर इट अक्रॉस योर कॉलेज ग्रुप्स, सब जगह बोल सकते हो, दैट ज़्यादा लोग आए तो अपने को और भी मज़ा आएगा, ज़्यादा लोग क्वेश्चन करेंगे। बिकॉज सी इट्स आई जस्ट डोंट सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम, आई मेक श्योर कि आई टेल यू द इंट्यूशन एज वेल एज इफ देयर आर मल्टीपल मेथड्स, आई टेल यू ऑल द मेथड्स, right? It's not about just solving the problem, because in the first problem if I was over here to just solve the problem, पहला प्रॉब्लम तो मैं बताता ही नहीं, वो स्लाइडिंग विंडो कॉन्सेप्ट है कि नहीं, ठीक है? तो पहला वाला तो तुम स्लाइडिंग विंडो तो जिंदगी में नहीं बताता। मतलब ये कर लेना, हाँ जो मैंने बताया था, ये वाला क्वेश्चन कर लेना, जब तो वो वाला बताया था ना 992, लीट कोड 992 कर लेना, ठीक है? लीट कोड 992, ठीक है? ओके ओके गाइज, गुड नाइट, आई विल गो एंड स्लीप, बाय बाय।